This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The Nuremberg community players are getting ready for their production of Funny Girl, and we'll talk with the star and the director next. Hi everyone, get comfortable and make yourselves at home. If you're not at home, remember you can watch us on the Samsung Productions mobile app. This newscast can be seen in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513. My name is Ken Cara, BTW, and these are your headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. An anonymous donor has come forward to help the city of Hazleton. Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassat received $20,000 from the person who wishes to remain anonymous. The mayor plans to use a portion of the money to pay the city's share of an early intervention program study. The study is available for financially strapped communities. Hazleton City Council will hold a special meeting tomorrow. According to an email on the meeting, the purpose is to choose from the companies that apply to the RFP for the Early Intervention Program study for the City of Hazleton. While Council did agree to solicit proposals, it will review those proposals tomorrow and possibly vote on one plan. Tomorrow night's Hazleton City Council meeting is set for 6 p.m. at Hazleton City Hall. A Shenandoah man will remain in prison for at least 24 years. That was the decision issued for 35-year-old Hector Rico by a 3-judge state superior court panel on Friday. Rico was convicted in June of 2016 of raping a preteen girl and getting her pregnant. He was sentenced to serve 24 to 48 years in a state correctional institution. In his appeal, Rico challenged the judge's imposition of multiple sentences against him for different counts of the same crime. Senior Judge Eugene Strasburger III wrote on Friday that Rico had sexually assaulted the girl on more than one occasion, thereby justifying multiple sentences. National Night Out is being celebrated this evening in many communities across the country, and right here in our area in the borough of McAdoo, tonight marks the 2nd annual National Night Out celebration. The free event takes place from 6 until 9 p.m. tonight at the McAdoo Borough Hall. McGruff the Crime Dog will be there along with DJ John from the Strand. Plus you can get child ID cards and child fingerprinting. There will also be fire, ambulance, and police displays, face painting, hot dogs, and more. Again, the event is free and everyone is invited. Meanwhile, the West Hazleton Neighborhood Crime Watch's National Night Out celebration kicked off at 5 o'clock and it will continue until 8 p.m. tonight at the West Hazleton Community Center. This event is also free and the public is invited to attend. Revisions are being made to Pennsylvania's early child care and education programs. The revisions to the Keystone Stars program were announced yesterday to reduce barriers for child care providers to participate in and earn quality ratings through the Keystone Standards. Susan Morse is the Department of Human Services Deputy Secretary for the Office of Childhood Development and Early Learning.
We know that families must make difficult choices that affect today's and tomorrow's workforce here in Pennsylvania. When families cannot access high-quality childcare because it's too expensive or just simply unavailable, they have to choose between low-quality, unreliable care or staying out of the workforce entirely. Keystone Stars is Pennsylvania's quality rating and improvement system for childcare and other early learning programs. In this 4-tiered rating system, Star 3 and 4 are the highest quality levels that a program can achieve. Over the course of more than 1 year, OCDEL has worked with stakeholders to create a system to help early learning programs improve their quality. The STARS revisioning process looked at how we rate programs and provide supports so they can improve quality in a way that's efficient, effective, and meaningful for children, families, and early learning professionals.
For more information on the Keystone Stars program, visit dhs.pa.gov. A well-known musical takes to the stage in our area this week. Lisa Sugar talks with the director and the star of the Nuremberg Community Players production of Funny Girl.
The curtain will go up on a fabulous musical being presented by the Nuremberg Community Players, and it's all happening this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's Funny Girl, and here to tell us all about it is the director of the show, who is Suzanne Kroll, and also the star of the show, who is playing Fanny Bryce, the role made famous by Barbra Streisand, Alice Dykes. Thank you, ladies, for both being here. Suzanne, I'm going to start with you. I remember the movie very well. I've never seen it on stage, but this is a great show. So how excited are you to be presenting it?
We are so excited to do a traditional, iconic musical that isn't done much on stage anymore, and we're thrilled. The music is great. Everybody's going to have a great time, I'm sure.
So how many members of the cast? Is it a large, small?
Well, the cast script calls for 35 characters. We couldn't get that many in the summertime due to vacation, so we have 21 people playing multiple roles, which makes for more space backstage and easier to move set props around. So it worked out fine because it's a very small backstage area, so it's working out well.
And the lead character, Alice over here, you told me this is a role you have always wanted to play, and you're so old because you're a senior in high school, but you've always wanted this. You always liked this role.
Definitely. I watched the movie for the first time with my grandma when I was 7, and ever since then I've been in love with Fanny Brice and Barbra Streisand.
Now you're coming even a long way to perform this role because you're not from this area, but you have relatives in this area.
Yeah, I live in South Carolina, and I do a lot of community theater with the Augusta Players back in Georgia. But yeah, I've been involved with the Players for about 4 years now.
So what was it like now that you're almost ready to take it to the stage? How are the rehearsals been going, and how do you feel as Fanny Brice?
Well, the rehearsals have been going surprisingly very well, and I feel amazing because this is just a dream role, so I feel great, like I'm on top of the world.
And you told me that Barbra Streisand's your idol.
Oh, definitely, so much. I love her.
And you're looking to even make this a career.
Yes, I'm going to college for musical theater, hopefully, and hopefully move to New York.
All righty. Well, we'll be able to say we saw her when, we knew her when. So now this fabulous show starts this Thursday. So for our viewers out there who want to go, they can see the show or they can have dinner in a show.
Correct. They can go to the Towers restaurant in Fern Glen. The dinners will start 2 hours before each performance, and it's $12 a person, which includes a tossed salad, roasted chicken, roast beef, a potato, a side, and dessert and drinks. It's a nice deal, and you're one mile away from the theater, so it works out really well. Now the performances are August 3, 4, 5, and 6, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 7, so the dinners are at 5, and then Sunday at 3, so the dinner is at 1. Tickets are $15 each, and the phone number is 877-718-7894. And it's going to be quite a happening event. We're very excited about it, and we hope people come out to see it.
All right. Well, it sounds like a wonderful event. Again, it is Funny Girl. It is happening at the Nuremberg Community Players. That is 283 Hazel Street in Nuremberg. As Suzanne just said, call 877-718-7894 for your tickets. Don't be disappointed. Come on out and see this gal here, Alice, because you may be seeing her on Broadway after this. Who knows? So we want to have a great showing, a wonderful show, a great way to spend a summer evening or afternoon.
Thanks for that story, Lisa. Well, you can do so much with the Samsung Productions mobile app, like purchase tickets to Hazelton Night at PNC Field with the Rail Riders. You can also keep up with your favorite local shows like the Sam Lasan Show, It's Your Health and Eye Care Today, and be on the lookout for great offers from local businesses. Coming up, the great outdoors gets even greater thanks to outdoor reporter for the Standard Speaker Kent Jackson and his weekly segment. In sports, motorsport journalist Dino Alberto brings down the checkered flag on another busy racing weekend at Long Pond. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazelton Standard Speaker.
Even if you have a busy schedule, there's time to listen to the birds sing, to take your children camping, and to visit national parks. I'm going to tell you about one family man who kept up those activities while conferring as an equal with leading scientists, making his own taxidermy mounts, and writing books about his outdoor adventures. Oh, and he did that while he was President of the United States. Teddy Roosevelt. I say his name and you get the mental picture. Mustache and round spectacles. He's inscribed on Mount Rushmore, or you could see him in your mind on horseback, hat flapping on the charge up San Juan Hill with his Rough Riders in the Spanish-American War. He won a Nobel Prize for settling another war between Russia and Japan, and he ended the 1902 coal strike that spread across the coal fields, including Hazleton. But Roosevelt also used his presidency to preserve land for a people unborn, a part of his life that I learned more about the past few weeks while reading Theodore Roosevelt, the Naturalist, by P.R. Cutright, a 1956 book from the Hazleton Library. If you're looking for similar books, I've noticed that Cutright wrote a prequel, Theodore Roosevelt, The Making of a Conservationist, in 1985, and Darren Lund just wrote The Naturalist, Theodore Roosevelt, A Lifetime of Exploration and the Triumph of American Natural History, last year. National parks existed before Roosevelt took office, including Yellowstone. He camped there during his presidency. One day, he went alone on an 18-mile walk through rugged country. I tried to imagine the Secret Service letting any president try that again. Roosevelt created 5 more national parks. He also came up with the idea for national wildlife refuges and then started 40 of those, beginning with tiny Pelican Island in Florida. He declared other sites national monuments, including the Grand Canyon. But he's just as famous for a bear that he did not shoot, a cub that others captured and brought to him. His decision to spare the bear cub led to a political cartoon and a toy that most of us, even today, have owned, a teddy bear. He did some of his own taxidermy work. A snowy owl that he stuffed as a teenager is part of the Smithsonian's collection. The loss of any species, he wrote, is as great as the loss of art in a gallery. Natural monuments, he said moreover, like the giant redwoods, needed as much protection as our man-made treasures like the cathedrals of France, to Roosevelt's way of thinking. When he dedicated that most famous of natural monuments, the Grand Canyon, Roosevelt said, "I hope you will not have a building of any kind, not a summer cottage, a hotel, or anything else, to mar the wonderful grandeur and sublimity of the great loneliness and beauty of the canyon. You cannot improve it. The ages have been at work on it, and man can only mar it."
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
It was a nice day on Laurel Street in the city of Hazleton, I guess all over the city, as well as summer rolls on in northeast Pennsylvania. And here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight we have a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before 11 p.m. a 20% chance, partly cloudy night with a low of 65 degrees. For tomorrow on Wednesday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly after 1 p.m., partly sunny, highs in the lower 80s. Wednesday night, 20% chance of showers before 2 a.m., mostly cloudy, a low of 64. On Thursday, we bump up to a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny, highs again in the lower 80s. Thursday night, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low of 64. On Friday, showers and thunderstorms likely, mostly cloudy, high of 80 degrees. At night, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy skies with a low of 63. And then on Saturday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, we'll have a high of only 72. And then Saturday night, partly cloudy, lows in the mid-50s.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High Food Drive-In, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Open daily 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays and holidays 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Stop by for our ice cream and yogurt, now featuring fat-free, no sugar-added soft frozen yogurt with flavors like vanilla, strawberry, and strawberries and cream. We also have burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. And like us on Facebook.
And here's your green screen, the midday winning lottery numbers on SSPTV News. Pick 2, 4-3, your pick 3 numbers 837, pick 4 now 3229, and pick 5 94252 with the wild number of 4. It was a crazy weekend at the Pocono Raceway. Dino Alberto was there for all of it. He's a local motorsport journalist, and he joins us next.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
We're approaching the checkered flag, and Dino Alberto finishes off our Pocono Raceway coverage after the Overton's 150 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race and the Overton's 400 NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series race. Here's my interview. So how did it go? Dino, you were excited about the truck race on Saturday, and you said it was fast. You know, those stages went fast. At times there were 10 laps to a stage. Or...
You know, what was really fast was the fact that they set a new track record. That's always thrilling. you know, you always want to see that. Racing is about speed, so you want to see that. 170 miles per hour. First time ever with the trucks, first time ever going over the 170 mile per hour mark, and I think that's really cool. That race began, and it was in the hands of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch was, by the way, leading the second stage, and unfortunately, when the third stage started, he was a little bit mirrored back because there was some pit stop strategy that went on prior to that. He came out in around 5th, 6th spot. These guys are running in such a tight group. That's where the speed really comes into focus, and they're going down into turn number 2, and he unfortunately got taken out, and once he was eliminated, it was a whole new ball game. And
Dino, you mentioned that record around 170 miles per hour. Is that fast for these trucks? Is Pocono a place where they can get a little speed with that straightaway, or?
You know, you can really get an element of what the drafting is all about, from back to front and side to side, especially with those trucks, because they got that flat deck lid in the back, they got the wing or the spoiler on the back, and in the front they also have all of that aerodynamic stuff going on. So they really can get through, and you can get that drafting feeling, and you can get the feel for speed. You know, sometimes it's funny because you talk about Daytona, 2.5 miles, Talladega, 2.6 miles, Michigan is a 2-mile track, but the difference there is the fact that those tracks are so highly banked, and Pocono is its own animal. It's so unique because it's got those 3 corners. So to get that kind of a speed at a track like that with those trucks, it's really that's really, as they would say, haul in the mail. You know, first of all, and love him or hate him. With Kyle Busch, that's just the way he is. Off the track, sometimes he's got, you know, you might take him a different way, but when he's in that car, he is really a good race car driver, and you can't take that away from him. And in June, he was very fast. Yesterday, he was very fast. The week prior to that, at Indianapolis, he was very fast. And it's amazing that he had gone since Indianapolis in 2016, since his last win. It's just been lady luck that hasn't been on his side. But as we were talking, and a lot of the drivers were giving their post-race interviews, they said, you know, we were good, we were fast, we had this going on, that going on, but this guy was in a league of his own, and you could see that. It was his to lose, and everything came together, and there was no question that this was his day.
So NASCAR ships out from Pocono for this year, and Dino, you're very excited because in August, it's not over yet. IndyCar will come to Pocono, and it brings with it, I think, a show of some classic Indy cars, so a lot's going on, and that's something you really look forward to.
You know, Pocono was designed around Indy cars back in 1971 when they first opened. The track itself, turn number 1, turn number 2, turn number 3, all designed after specific tracks from Indianapolis to Trenton to Milwaukee. That's how the 3 corners were designed, and that's how the layout came to be. And you talk about speed. We're talking about the Cup cars. They went 179 miles an hour to qualify. The trucks, 170 miles an hour. The ARCA race, they were going nearly 170 miles an hour when they qualified and ran. Indianapolis, the Indy cars, when they come down here, you got to take this into perspective now. We're talking almost 50 miles an hour faster on the same size track, and it's just mind-boggling. It won't be no surprise to see them going 220, 225 this time around. They got a great aero kit. Next year is going to be even more exciting because they've redesigned the car. They put a new aero kit on, but for this year, for the ABC Supply 500, which comes up on August the 20th, I think it's going to be a terrific show. The last couple have been so amazingly competitive. I've never seen lead changes and passing at that track like I have in the last 2 years with the IndyCar series. For somebody like you or me who just gets in our daily driver, sometimes we go out on the interstate, sometimes we'll go maybe 75 or 80 miles an hour. Now you're going to go 150. Now I want you to imagine these guys going 170. That's average speed. Down the front straightaway, the stock cars are peaking out at nearly 200. So imagine what the Indy cars are doing. They're averaging 225 miles an hour. It's a slot car. You stand in turn number 1, you could just about hear them lift. So that's what it's like. It's a thrill ride for them. And it's just the speed. It's all about the speed. We don't get to see that in stock car racing. You see it on television at other tracks, but here you'll get to really experience it. Another special thing, real quick, on Friday, Saturday night, they're going to be racing on the front stretch with a new little track that's going to be designed specifically for TQ midgets that they're going to be having up there. Gary Munshine from Broadheadsville, who also heads up the vintage IndyCar show that's going to be taking place there. That is a must-see for all the aficionados and all of us that go back a ways and remember what it was like back in the day. There's going to be a host of great-looking restored Indy cars and midget sprint car, stock cars, but they're going to be running a TQ race on the front stretch this year, Friday and Saturday. It's going to be cool.
So still so much more to come this summer, and so much more also from Dino Alberto as you keep track with him here on SSPTV News and also in the Standard Speaker.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. The Cancer Treatment Center on 1701 East Broad Street in Hazleton presents Surviving Together with guest speaker Laura Sitch. The topic will be radiation therapy. This event will be on August 10th, and you must RSVP by August 8th. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Kevin W. Black Sr. of McAdoo. The McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Florence Arlene Dabrowski of Hazel Township. Services will be Wednesday at 10 a.m. from the Hazel Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the Hazel Chapel. Dolores Diane Felon of Las Vegas, Nevada. Condolences can be sent to the website on your screen. Chester M. Glogowitz of Fern Glen. Mass is Thursday at 10:30 a.m. at the Sacred Heart Roman Catholic Church in Weston. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Harmon Funeral Home. Mary Teresa Hauser. The Hazel Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Daniel F. Lavrinick of Sugarloaf Township. Mass is Wednesday at 10 a.m. at the St. John Bosco Roman Catholic Church in Sugarloaf Township. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting the family. Kostika Marin of Lewisburg. Funeral is Thursday at 10 a.m. at the St. Joseph Romanian Orthodox Church in Hazleton. Friends may call Wednesday from noon to 9 p.m. at the church. The Hazel Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home is assisting the family. Florence M. Moggish, formerly of Delano. Funeral is Thursday at 11 a.m. at the Lamar Christ Funeral Home in Hometown. Friends may call Thursday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the funeral home. Marcella Roselle of Pardisville. The Firo Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. And Gerald Jerry Thomas of Hazleton. The Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on SSPTV News, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Edward Olson of West Hazleton. Call now at 570-455-7267, extension 104 for your free movie.
Start warming up your voices at Celebrate Hazleton this weekend with 1111 Voices. Find out more information at downtownhazleton.org. We'll have lots more information tomorrow. I will see you then. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.